smiling woman on the train. The 11:15 p.m. train to Blackwood was always eerily quiet. Few passengers dared to ride it so late, especially on a night as cold and foggy as this one. But Daniel had no choice. His shift at the hospital had run long, and this was the last train home. He settled into the nearly empty car, rubbing his tired eyes. The dim fluorescent lights flickered overhead, casting long, wavering shadows. Across from him sat an elderly man, dozing off with a newspaper in his lap. A few rows ahead, a woman in a long, old-fashioned coat stared out the window, her reflection a pale blur against the darkened glass. Daniel pulled out his phone, scrolling mindlessly, to distract himself from the unnatural silence. Then he felt it, a prickling sensation on the back of his neck, like cold fingers brushing his skin. He looked up. The woman in the coat had turned her head. She was staring directly at him. Her face was gaunt, her skin an unnatural shade of white, stretched too tightly over sharp bones. But the worst part was her smile, wide, impossibly wide, splitting her face in a grin that showed too many teeth. Daniel's breath caught in his throat. He quickly averted his gaze, heart pounding. Just a weird passenger, he told himself. Don't make eye contact. A minute passed. The train rattled through the darkness. Then, from the corner of his eye, he saw movement. The woman was no longer in her seat. A soft, wet sound came from beside him, a slow, rhythmic drip, drip, drip. Daniel turned his head. The woman was now sitting right next to him, her grin wider than before. Her eyes were black, endless voids, and dark liquid oozed from the corners of her mouth, dripping onto the seat between them. "You see me," she whispered, her voice like rustling leaves. "That means you're mine." Daniel tried to scream, but no sound came out. The lights flickered violently once, twice, then went out completely. When they came back on, the train was empty. No elderly man, no other passengers, and no sign of Daniel. The next morning, the train rolled into Blackwood Station right on time. The conductor stepped off, frowning at the sticky, dark stains on one of the seats.